Hello my weekend friends, my name is Weekend Mohan and welcome to the channel. I'm sorry that I haven't done a video throughout the whole entire month of July. Usually I take this month off from making videos, to spend it with my friends and family and all this stuff, and I do this every year. So on today's video is gonna be a different type of topic that I usually covers on the channel. I know that I bring similar topics before, like 4 times already. So today we're gonna be talking about my little island of Puerto Rico and the big protest and that has been going on and all this commotion that has been going on the island of Puerto Rico. Okay, Puerto Rico has been facing throughout so many years from government corruption. For so many years we've been having corrupted government of Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico has been fed up with this for so many years. They've been hurting us throughout the years with all this government corruption that was taking place on the island through so many years. Okay, and the reason that all these massive protests it's been going on the island nowadays is because the governor or the ex-governor of Puerto Rico, Ricardo Rosselló, he overfilled the cup about saying racial comments about the LGBT community, making fun of Maria dead people, even making misogynies, even threatening the mayor of San Juan of killing her and all this stuff. This is how corrupt our government is in Puerto Rico, and this is why it's hard for the Senate, United States Senate and Congress and even the president to send money to help our island of Puerto Rico, because of this freaking asshole that has been corrupting our island of Puerto Rico. This hurts. Every Puerto Rican is hurt and is fed up with this. And it's time that Puerto Rican bring us together and fight this corrupt government once and for all. We don't want no more corruption on the island. This is a beautiful island which all this corrupted government is not taking care of. So Puerto Ricans stand up and stood up all together in massive protest and say enough is enough. This government corruption needs to stop, and we're gonna stop it, and we're gonna stop it right now. We don't want no more corrupted government working on the island. This is why this Ricardo Rosselló, he resigned, because he didn't have no other choice but to resign. This is not about color. This is not about a Democratic, Republican or independent. This is not all about that. This is all about that we don't want no more corrupt government on the island. If you're gonna be a government official, you better do stuff right. We are fed up with this government corruption, and we don't want no more corrupted government on the island of Puerto Rico. And this is why we did all this massive protest and to take this governor out of his position, to get this governor to resign, because we are already fed up with this government corruption that is Puerto Rico's been facing through so many years. This person, he was making fun on this lead chat from every most of celebrities, making fun of even colleagues, working colleagues on the government, and it was a big old mess on this leak shot. It was 889 pages of misogyny, homophobic, racial comments, and even corruption, and all this crazy bullshit that is what's going on this leak shot. This is why all Puerto Ricans stood up and fought to take this corruption out. Okay, so yeah, and for the next governor who comes, which is another, the one that is gonna take his position, I hope that she don't take it, because if she takes this position, the massive protest is gonna continue, because the one that is about to take the position, once the governor stepped out, and is Wanda Vázquez, and we don't want Wanda Vázquez on the position. Why? Because this female is another corrupted one from the government. She's been working for the government for like a little over 2 decades, and she's another corrupt individual that we don't want on this position neither. So if she gets the position, we're gonna continue with the strikes, and we're gonna continue with the protests and all this stuff, because all this government corruption need to stop. Okay, so I hope that Wanda Vázquez don't take this position, because we don't want her in there on that position neither. Why? Because this bro is another corrupted female that has been working on the government of Puerto Rico for 2 decades already. So it's another corrupted female, and we don't want her in that position. So we had enough with this government corruption, and we are defending our freedom, we are defending our island, and we are defending those people who cannot defend themselves, and we are stopping this government corruption, and we are stopping this, and it's now. We don't want no more corrupted government on the island. We want our island to be like nice and neat, like it always been. We want tourists to come to our island and visit our island, and we don't want tourists to have a bad expression about us Puerto Rican or about the island. The island of Puerto Rico is a beautiful place to visit. The island of Puerto Rico is one of the nicest Caribbean island, if I could say this, in the world. Yeah, we have many beautiful beaches and all that stuff, and yeah, Puerto Rico is all beautiful. I don't know why this corrupt government is doing this to hurt not only the island, to hurt every Puerto Rican on the island, with all this government corruption that is going on and that is taking place on the island. So this is why we are making this massive protest, because we are stopping this government corruption, and we are stopping this once and for all. And for those countries who are facing through similar situation, do your research and all this stuff. If we did it, you guys could do it. If we did it, you guys could do it as well, and stop government corruption in your own country. Okay, because we did it, you could do it as well. So this is a big example, and I know that the world was watching, because Puerto Rican from all over parts of the world was making this massive protest, even in Italy, Spain, and different parts of the world, including most different parts of the states in United States. They was making protests right here in the state that I live at right now. They was making protests in Massachusetts. They was making protests in Connecticut. They was making protests in Virginia. They was making protests in New York City. You know, it was all over the world. Spain, Australia, everywhere you could think of, everywhere they have massive protests. Yeah. So Puerto Rico was making protests in Great Britain as well. Yeah, to end up this government corruption that it was going on the island of Puerto Rico. You know, so we hope that this bro Wanda Basque don't take the position, because if she do take the position, we are going to continue with this protest. Yeah, and this is why the Congress and Senate of United States, even United States President, they didn't want to send funds to help Puerto Rico because how corrupt the government is over there. This is why one of the reasons the United States didn't want to help the island of Puerto Rico. Why? Because of this freaking ass corrupt government that was working on the island at this time, you know. So I hope that from this moment forward we got a lot to do. Yeah, and I hope that every government that comes through the island from this moment forward, they better do shit right. And because if they don't do shit right, we are going to take them out again. So they better do stuff right for the best of our island and for the best of our Puerto Rican citizens. Okay? And yeah, this is all that I have for you guys. I'm sorry that it's a different topic than the one that I usually covers, but this is my country and I need to express myself out and come out and defend my country. Yep, since I am Puerto Rican, like any other Puerto Rican, every single Puerto Rican love their country. Yeah, and we're gonna stood up and defend our country and defend the little island of Puerto Rico. Yep. So this is it for today's topic. And again, I'm sorry that it was a different topic than the one that I usually covers, but I need to take this word out there and for you guys to know and understand a little bit about what's going on the island of Puerto Rico. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I see you next time right here in my YouTube channel with another video for you guys. Blessed be, and as always, bye bye.